everyone, welcome back. I am your host, Monty Brown. I am joined with none other than the Lion himself.
Hello there. This is going to be an interesting podcast. Actually, we've done this before as a minisode, but it's still going to be fun.
Oh yeah, no, this is definitely going to be like a fun little podcast that we're going to do here. So, me and Leon have discussed some things, and we talked about how most of our weeks is going to basically be mangas.
Yes. So enjoy this anime, manga, manhwa, every other thing.
Also, just in case, prepare for spoilers because we're not going to hide what we're going to be talking about. Some of these,
no, we're not.
So, if you hear it and don't want spoilers for a given manga, because we'll mention the name before we get into it, tap off. Don't be afraid to come back to it later because we're going to be discussing everything. Pretty much everything's on the table up until current date. So, yes. If we mention it, be wary. I think that's fair enough for you guys. I don't think I have to say jump out now or anything like that because there's no guarantee we're going to talk about anything that you like or know about yet. But, get ready to check them out, potentially.
By all means, if you like your comics, you enjoy your comics. But, there's some things that manga sometimes do with comics. So,
I know, right? Technically speaking, I haven't been reading any comics right now. I'm about to start some new ones.
Okay.
So, I have Nightwing, the new Nightwing one, up and ready to go, as well as I was getting ready to start the third or fourth, I think it's the third volume of Kill 6 Billion Demons. But I haven't started them yet, so nothing to talk about those.
Okay. I don't remember exactly what Kill 6 Billion Demons, but I think I was going to check that one out because it was really bombastic for what was going on.
Oh yeah, it is very bombastic. The art goes crazy. That was the main thing about it. The art, whoever's art, the writing on it is also wild too because the amount of lore and stuff that's going on in it is kind of it's kind of bonkers. But
when you say Kill 6 Billion Demons, it's okay, there's something with that.
Oh yeah. But I don't have to get into it. It's a lot. I'll go back into it when we go back over it. But Kill 6 Billion Demons has come out 3 or 4 times on the show already. So I won't go into it now. But if you haven't been reading it, go read it. What are you doing?
Do it.
I told you this thing is sick. If you like comics, go read Kill 6 Billion Demons. If you like things that are fun with J.O. judicial Christian stuff, right? It's cool. There's demons, there's angels, there's a bunch of other crazy stuff. It's cool.
See, that's the fun part right there. Once you throw Christianity in there, because there's so much nonsense with it sometimes. Not to be rude about
no, it's not even that. But genuinely, we all everyone talks about I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of the parables in the Bible stuff that we talk about are the most boring shit in the Bible. Don't get me wrong. It is how you should probably be living your life in some cases. Not really. It's a religion, right? So it's we're not going to say that the moral code or ambiguity of it is it wrong or right or anything like that.
No,
right?
no.
It's but if you live your life by that, that's fine. That makes sense, right?
Yes.
But then you get to the wild stuff that they just don't feel like talking about. And you're that's kind of crazy.
Something.
That's something over there.
Because what? Also, religion in general just has so much potential for storytelling.
Oh, yeah.
Twisting and turning. Because what is it? I think you already know because of what my little story project I'm still doing is. Because with the beginning, the creation mythos for Christianity, one of them at least, is that God, when it existed, the world was just chaos. It was just mixture of light and dark. Then God came out of nowhere or something like that and split the world in two, split it into light and darkness. That has so much implications you can possibly do.
Yeah, there's so much you can do with
general.
that.
There's just so much there, and I love it.
So many
Same
cool
thing
things
with other religions too. Buddhism, Hinduism.
They all have super cool things you can do with it. I mean, Records of Ragnarok is a perfect example, right? We're looking at it's just a bunch of religions being they all existed. They all happened.
I'm not surprised that show hasn't pissed off someone yet, but
because you don't know why? Because they do justice to just about everybody.
On average, yes.
On average,
though I am sad
justice.
from what I heard that when the fight for Buddha happened, Jesus wasn't there. Jesus was supposed to be in the crowd rooting for Buddha to win the fight.
In the manga, is he there in the manga?
He's there in the fight. He's there
Okay.
with Confucius and Hippocrates, I think it was.
It's actually pretty perfect. It's actually really cool. Yeah, that's kind of lame that he wasn't. I mean, they didn't have it in the anime, but like, that's kind of lame.
It's really lame. It would have been so cool because what is it? They had Jesus not say any lines, which I think is a good idea to him not to say any lines.
He's just cheering for him. Yeah,
he's just here. He's just there. And then you just see him just like standing there, kind of rooting, and then you see him screaming, saying just like. Just rooting for him. Just win the fight. Do it. You got it. For humanity.
You got to do it. So speaking of Records of Ragnarok, we'll get into that since we're already on the topic. I caught up on the Buddha fight. Right? I caught up on everything. Right. So all of season 2 is done for me. I finished that.
Fantastic. Now,
I gotta love the fact that homie. Oh yeah, you said you haven't. But you read it.
I haven't watched it, but I've read it, so I know what's gonna happen and everything.
I gotta stand by the fact that Mans was like, it's like, since no one will save humanity, I guess I'll do it myself. Since none of you got, all you got, he didn't say it, but he's like, since all you got's too pussy.
Literally, this man, the Buddha is him. He is him. Buddha is him.
I gotta say, just genuinely, it makes the most sense for it to be him. Because unlike everyone, I mean, Hercules kind of had a hint at it, right? But unlike everyone else on the roster so far, Buddha's a human. Like, he's transcended, but the whole deal with it was that Buddha was a human.
Yes.
He was a person on Earth, and like, he's not like, he's deified, but he's not a god. And so when, like, he walks up and he's like, I'm gonna fight for the humans. It's like, yeah, you should. Or better yet, earlier than that, when like Loki's like, are you a traitor? And it's like, what do you think? Because I was hearing it and be like, he should be. I don't see why he wouldn't be. I don't know why you thought he'd be on your side now that I think about it.
But the best part is how his introduction went. It happened and he walked out of the God side and he just, kept on going.
Just kept walking.
Just kept on going.
Turned around on the human side and was like, so, I'm gonna be fighting for the humans. Sucks to suck.
It is for what it is.
Shut up, I do what I want.
That's literally his attitude. It's, I do what I want.
Every inner peace comes from within, right? True happiness comes from within. He's doing what he thinks is right, and what he thinks is right is, hey, yo, we gonna save the humans.
Exactly. And this is why I love Buddha. Buddha's cool. I'm happy to be a Buddhist.
Buddha is cool. But I thought that was super sick. The fact that he fought like three different versions of like whatever he was fighting, which is Serafuku.
It was wild.
I believe his name was.
I don't remember the names, but I know it was like the 12 deities of like fortune at first. That was combined together. 7 deities? Mm-hmm. 7 deities, okay. That combined together to make this bad omen.
They made Zerofuku, which is technically the original. And I was like, wow, we're just gonna keep changing it up, aren't we?
And then he went into a darker despair form. Yeah. And then he transformed completely into something else.
And he literally turned into a different god. We saved Zerofuku only for him to turn into someone completely different.
Yes.
All right, we got to fold that, man.
And Buddha won. Buddha did his Buddha stuff.
Not to forget this though, but one of the other parts that like that season picked up with was the Hercules fight, Hercules and Jack the Ripper. I didn't think that was gonna go down the way it went. I'm gonna be honest. I thought it was gonna be a cakewalk for Hercules.
I really thought that when I read it, I thought that Hercules was gonna curve stomp this man.
I know. I thought he had it in the bag.
I really, really did. But after seeing everything else and seeing how Jack the Ripper's character was, you just started rooting for Jack the Ripper at the same time. So
I never started rooting for Jack the Ripper, but like I definitely understood, and the fact that like. Hercules is such a goddamn hero that he was like, fuck it. I ain't even worried about winning the fight. I'm trying to save you. I'm gonna save
Hercules
Jack
is
the
also a
Ripper.
G for that one. He is fantastic. Hercules is still a great man. I hate that he was fighting for the. Well, I understand why he was fighting for the gods, but I hate that he was fighting for the gods.
His plan was to switch up, right? Like he was gonna
Mhm.
finish and be like, "Hey, look, I'm gonna plead with them to be like, yo, let the humans be, right? Like, why are you like this?"
Mhm.
But I also found it was really weird that he even stepped foot in the ring, being like, "I'm gonna be on the god side," knowing that he was like. He was a human. He was definitely a human. Like he beat the shit out of everybody he could until he got to being a god. Like he became worthy.
Oh yeah,
right.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But, like, he was still a human, so it's like one of those things where you're like, you should
just forsake your humanity completely. Like what the hell?
I mean, like he didn't. Like technically speaking, he
No,
did.
he didn't. No,
right?
he
But
didn't
it's like
at
one
all.
of those
But
things
just
where
by
it's like,
siding with the
shouldn't be on
gods for
this
that
side.
situation
You
and
shouldn't
fighting
be
for
over
it.
here.
No. But again, because he stepped in the ring and fought for that side, it kind of implemented that in some sort of way.
Mhm.
But
He's like, I love humanity, bro.
the way that it was still told was beautiful. It was
It
a
was.
great fight. I loved it so much. I just hate how it went.
I was like,
Why
Batman
can't
should
there
have
be
had
peace?
it.
Why can't there be peace?
I was like, I'm just like, damn. Hercules would not
And then
like a G.
what was the last fight? It was a sumo wrestler, right?
Oh man, that shit was crazy. I'm
His
not even gonna
origins
front.
was fucking
I'm trying to remember what his
wild.
name was.
Holy shit! Because what
He had a cool
he
name.
originally
I think it was
he
Psycho
originally
Clown.
started out to be like he was a normal child walking and everything, and then all of a sudden his muscles just fucking burst almost out of him, and he couldn't even move for a while.
They're just looking at this poor child just dying. He's like, yeah, nah, your muscles
It's
is
just, I
too
can't
strong,
do
bro.
anything. And so he then trained himself so he could use those massive ass muscles somehow.
He formed
And
new
he became
muscles
the
that
greatest.
held back his real muscles. I was like, that shit's crazy.
And the best part is, I think Aaron even talked about this last podcast, so we were doing it, that he like was when he introduced him as Valkyrie, it was the Valkyrie who was like the biggest and the buffest.
Brood, yeah, Brood.
And he was
And
just
she's
like,
holding-
yes, this is her. I love her so much.
Oh yeah, nah, that
This
man,
is
that
the
man
one.
had good taste in women. It's like, say less.
And she was down for it too.
She was down. She was like, you know what? Fair enough.
I forget what his opponent was. Who was it?
Oh,
Is
it
it,
was it's not Azura. It was
Shiva?
Shiva. It was Shiva.
Shiva, okay.
I want Azura to appear. I don't know why. Well, granted, I want Azura to appear because obviously we're fans of Azura's rap over here. Because I just
Yeah.
want to see him. Right? That sounds cool as fuck. Right?
That would be.
But like Shiva was dope, and I liked how they did Shiva, right? With the flame, like how he becomes his final like form of how he becomes the destroyer, right? And everything.
Mhm.
I guess the flaming pants. It looked cool. I didn't think he was gonna win that. I did not think he was gonna win that. I didn't think
But
Shiva
when
was
you-
gonna win.
when
Shiva
you
was getting
know
destroyed.
Oh, I mean, Shiva was getting destroyed, but when you know the history of how Shiva is and everything, it's
Mhm.
kind of hard to not root for Shiva. Well, at least when you know the religion and everything of Hinduism,
Mhm.
Because this man,
He got to start it over.
he is like the primary destroyer. Essentially, he is the one and all destroyer. So it's kind of hard for him to lose like that.
It was Raiden. It was Raiden versus
Yes.
Shiva. That's what that fight was.
Raiden, Metal Gear Solid Raiden,
Kinemon Raiden. Raiden was sick. I'm not even gonna front. Like I was really rooting for Raiden, bro. I ain't gonna front. I was
Oh
like,
yes,
you got it. And I
This-
mean, obviously, part of you is like, I'm rooting for it because the humans, right? But like at the same time,
yes,
I'm like,
exactly.
this man's cool as shit. Look how cool his design is in this.
he was
Brutus-
badass.
Brood is
And
on
when
his,
he got his
is the
gear, holy
tattoos.
shit!
Yeah, like Brood is the tattoos on him, and he's just like, yeah, nah, I'd just be out here, I'd be sleeping and having fun, and I'd be chilling, I'd be enjoying life. And I
Yeah.
appreciated the fact that he really showed up and was like, it was like, yeah, you gotta do the sumo thing, and it's like, you wanna, there's nothing better than fighting, right, man? You gotta fight, prove yourself strong. And he's like, I didn't like fighting, bro. It's like, there's nothing more pointless than fighting. I just do it to help people, bro. And I was looking at that.
And that's how
like,
he got his legend.
I like it. Let's do it to help people. I don't care about actually throwing hands. I don't need to test my strength. I'm already strong.
Exactly.
He's like, why I gotta test my strength? No one can handle me when I actually put it into work. Like, why?
And then he met his match.
And then he met his match. The craziest part is that it counts as meeting his match, but like even then, I don't think she was still could have died. Because my man was hitting him with blows because his arms were literally like, he hit him with a blow so hard he blew off 2 of his arms.
He did. He blew off majority of them.
I had 1 arm left. I'm like, how are you even trying anymore? How are you winning this fight? And then he kicked him, and I was like, fair enough. Fair enough.
He didn't expect the legs. Watch out for them feet.
You gotta look out for them feet, bro. Sometimes you gotta beware kicks.
Shoot style. He learned shoot style. He was pulling an All Might.
Perfect. What a perfect transition. Speaking of shoot style, caught up on My Hero Academia.
Oh, My Hero. My
Manga
Hero.
wise, so, just for those that are knowing, it's caught up on the manga of My Hero. My Hero is in a weird spot for me right now, genuinely.
It is. It really, really is. It has been pulling so many different somewhat questionable turns, and then really good turns as well.
So, as far as I'm concerned, I like the stuff with Toga and Uraka.
I do too.
But I was weirdly uninterested while it was happening.
I agree with that one as well.
Like, I think what happened with it was really cool. I just don't, I don't know. I just was like, we're still on this fight. Like, kind of, even though it really wasn't, I liked what it was doing. What you were saying.
I was saying that for the end part, I did not think she had to, die and everything. I didn't think that was a necessary death. But,
I think how they set it up, it's fine. It is a little weird that she's dead. But I think I will admit, her death, I did find beautiful. Like, it was one of those things.
It was beautiful. It was very, very beautiful. But it just felt like, that's kind of just a left field, circumstance.
I just didn't think that was just how this was going to play out. I was like, oh, okay. But I think the idea that she gave her life for the one person that refused to see her as a monster, because Uraka never saw her as a monster. She saw her as someone that hurts her friends, right? But she never saw her as a monster.
No. And I was like, it's poetic. It's poetic in that way. Yeah.
And so she's like, and I even like the fact that Toga is like one of those people that's like, I live on my own terms. So one of the things she did was she was like, I refuse to live in a world where you don't, because you're bleeding out. So because of that, I'm just going to give you my blood and just call it a day. And I was like, oh, wow. That's not what I was expecting. Now, granted, full transfer helped her out. But a part of me was also sitting there being like, she's still bleeding.
She's still going to bleeding out, yeah.
She's still bleeding. I mean, this might give her a chance, like, for someone to get to her in comparison to just leaving her from before. She was almost out of it. Like, she was just almost completely bled out beforehand.
I'm sorry. I'm just imagining like a little comedy moment of when she it tries to do the blood transfer. Just it kind of sputes out like a little
it's just
fountain.
going out. Like, yeah.
It's just like she's like, wait a minit. I should patch that first.
Yeah, there's probably something about the hole that's in you that I put. And I was like, that's not great. But that being said, My Hero's in a position in which like half the cast is in like weirdly almost death states.
Yes.
And as much as some people are definitely gonna say that some of Class 1A should die, right? Because I do feel like there's definitely people that's gonna be on that line where it's like none of them are dying, and I'm like, and okay, fine. Like I feel like maybe one should be just to show the stakes, but I also don't really feel like it's necessary either. Because
I don't think it's necessary, but I do think some should due to what they might have, who they're fighting, essentially. That's who it is. So
right now, currently, we can say that Jiro is like permanently crippled as a hero, right? She's like, she might not even continue to be a hero after this. She could try to, right? But like her main power has been like cut in half, basically.
Yeah.
Which is her ear jacks. She's missing one of them. It might actually be better for her to like continue on to be like a musician like she was going to, because she could still hear, right? But she's not doing her headphone thing anymore as much anymore.
Yes. What is it? Froppy had her tongue cut in half. Correctly.
Was it actually sliced? I thought it was just cut. I thought she cut it.
Was sliced. It was sliced. Like it was.
Oh, damn.
It wasn't like down the middle, lengthwise. It was just like sliced.
I didn't even catch that. Like I had to go back.
There was that.
So Froppy basically lost a huge chunk of her tongue, which is kind of wild to think about. But it's like,
another one I think is just the Todoroki family in general.
Amphibians can't grow back limbs, right? I know lizards can, but she's not a lizard.
I don't know. I don't remember if amphibians can or not.
I don't think they can.
I wouldn't be surprised
if they could. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I wouldn't be surprised. He's like, but we'll see with her, because like hers is one of those ones where it's like if she was crippled and was just, I think she should continue. It's weird.
She could.
Yeah.
Have a robot tongue.
Yeah.
Have it be the alien mouth, something like that.
That was always the one thing, I'm not gonna lie, I was always worried about with her anyway, is the fact that she uses her tongue to do like a bunch of like swinging and like grabbing on people. And it's like, should anybody like do anything? Like that's her tongue that's being attacked, right? Like,
yeah,
it's a huge chunk of her. Whereas like if she like grabbed, like let's say there's no reason for her to grab Endeavor, but like let's say she grabs someone that's like Endeavor, right? All they have to do is flame up and like her tongue's burnt. I was like, damn, like that's unfortunate. Like that's a bad matchup for you. Like
very.
It was like, or if she grabs Shigaraki at some point, he just touches it, right? And then it's like, well, the tongue's gone. Maybe her.
If she doesn't cut that off immediately, yes, the tongue and her are gone.
And so I was like, which is, I mean, granted, that's why she's not in that fight, right? But like,
absolutely. That makes the most sense.
And then Toga obviously showed it several times because she cut her tongue like multiple times throughout the series. And I'm like, that sucks. That really sucks. She should really get like a like the thing I always thought about was her getting some form of tool instead of using her tongue, because she could use it for little things, but like grabbing somebody with it just seems like a bad time for her altogether. Just does, right? Like we can
and logically, yes, it really very does. But you know,
it's like on top of that, like even if you know, even if like no one's doing anything, she's like gotta taste them. Like, are you really trying to taste every sweaty dude? Like, that's gross.
Concrete. That's no. Yeah. Great boy. I don't want to taste that. No,
that's gross. That's really weird.
And then the whole moment with the All Might fight, not All Might, All for One with Hawks, Endeavor,
bro,
and Mountain Lady. That whole and Tokiyami as well. That so whole hard. Moment right there.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't know how Hawk's not dead yet.
Yes, I'm not sure. I don't know how
Hawk's not dead yet. Hawks,
and then
Hawks is cool. Favorite. He could die. He could go now.
Yeah, he could probably go now.
He could go.
I don't even. Is Mount Lady dead now? I'm not totally sure.
Mount Lady is not dead. I'm pretty sure she's not dead. She got blasted away, but she's not dead. Right?
Okay. Tokiyami's still alive. I know that far back. Great Boy is alive.
Tokiyami's fine. His power is stupid. Like
it's stupid.
Fine.
Yes. But he got hurt. He did get hurt. He
did get hurt. But like his power is crazy. Like,
it is. It really is.
He'll be fine.
What is it? Mirako. I think she's done. I'm not totally sure what the fuck's going on with her.
I'm gonna be real. Mirako is not done. Because she would refuse to be done.
She would refuse to be done, but from my knowledge, she's a fucking chicken nugget now. She has no limbs.
No, I think she still has her leg. I think she has one of her legs. No, I think she has one of her arms. Either way, I'm gonna be honest, considering that she's a kicking hero, and we're like, oh yeah, nah, you took her legs. Genuinely, if you just gave her robotic, like actual ones, not like these crappy ones they were giving her throughout the fight.
Yeah.
Like, you just gave her some actual, like, because we know they can do it. Just gave her some actual robotic legs. Fine. She might actually be better than she's ever been.
That's very true. Yes, I do agree with that one. But
so Miraco's one of those ones where it's just like, but yeah, we're watching that fight and her just getting like her legs just getting destroyed over and over again. I'm like,
What the hell?
Why?
Do you have hatred for her?
What are you got against her? Like, and it's weird because I know her Kursi loves her. Like he likes drawing
you're
Mirko.
my favorite one. This that's really sadistic too. Holy shit!
He gave her one of the coolest moments.
Yeah.
He's still giving her moments, but it's like, nah, she's got to catch the ones right now. She would never stop fighting, and I'm like, really?
Oh, no, she would never. She would go until she's just ahead.
Yeah.
She would really go.
Mirko is just one of the, and I like it because Mirko's one of those characters is just like, nah, you gotta kill her. She's not gonna stop unless you kill her. So like, you have to kill her. And I appreciate her going in like that.
Mm-hmm. I don't think there's anyone else who's really in danger because
You said this, Bakugo's still dead.
Right.
Bakugo
is still fucking critical state.
That nigga got a power up and got dusted, and we haven't seen him for over a year.
Right, I forgot about Bakugo because
he got a dope power up too. It was a really clean power up. He's been comatose ever since. Now, obviously, he's gonna have a big moment, right? Like he's gonna come back.
Yes, he is. He's gonna come back and do something. Though Best Genius is now not Best Genius. What's his name?
Edshot. Yeah, Edshot's gonna be a part of him.
Edshot's gonna be now. Oh, he's gonna be alive, but not live.
Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really. I don't know how to explain. I really don't know how to explain this. The sacrifice of Edshot to save Bakugo is really weird to me, right? Like it's not weird to you because it's like
it is.
Bakugo has no connection to this.
There's no, exactly. There's no connection to the individual. If it was Best Genius somehow using his, I don't know, his
and he was using the gene fibers to kind of patch him up, and I can understand like him patching him up that way and not working, and that's fine, right? It's like, but the idea that Edshot is going in to sacrifice himself to like spaghettify himself so that he can like stitch Bakugo back up and make everything work properly again, get his heart pumping. I'm like, that's cool. It's like a hero thing to do, but it's like at the end of it, you're like, yeah, like why this kid specifically? Right?
What
like,
connection do you have? Do you have a connection to their mom, to their dad?
Like, there's just it's so weird that he's like, I'm just gonna risk my life and save this child. Like, because like technically speaking, the number of heroes on the battlefield went down, right? In general.
Yes.
But it doesn't matter. Like it went down when Bakugo went down. And now it remained the same. Like by him saving him, by sacrificing himself, we still only have like the same amount of heroes. Like whether he died or didn't, right?
Yeah, really.
And I guess he's looking at it was like this kid is like gonna play a major part, right? Because Bakugo got the power up that he got. He basically gave himself his own version of full cowling, which was kind of cool.
Essentially, yeah.
It's like a little explosion full cowling, which is kind of dope. He even got the the crazy eye thing going on with it. It was dope. And I'm like, it's wild because I almost would have preferred in some instances for Bakugo to stay dead. Now, granted, I don't think... I think him dying trying to fight Surpass, right, do what he could, is appropriate.
It is appropriate, but I don't think his death is
But I think his death would have made more sense had Deku been there when it happened.
Yes, exactly. You know what I mean? That's what would have been the thing.
It's like, and I know the idea is he was gonna... The whole point was him to be like, I have a dead body at my feet to show to him, to get him pissed off so I can do it. Like, I like the idea of the plan that he had in mind. Shigaraki had in mind to kind of get him to take his quirk. And it as a thing, it works, right? And it's like you have this moment of Bakugo truly becoming something a bit better, right? At the end, as his last moments. And so it's like, it works. It's just that I think everyone was kind of looking forward to, even if he died, right? The two of them teaming up to fight this. And then him die.
Everyone was. I think what also cemented that was the one fight with, I think it was Nine. What's his name from the movie? During that moment, which was super not exactly like that, but
that moment was
something
sick.
akin. That would have been so fantastic. Cool. That would have been really, really good.
And because luckily, because of the way Horikoshi writes, that movie is canon, right? So it's like that happened. Like we got that moment with them. It's just that it's not how. And granted, Horikoshi already went on record and said that that was one of the original endings for the series, and he's not going to do anything like that. He's coming up with a different ending. But like thinking about that, it's like, have we seen that as the actual ending? That would have went hard.
Oh yeah, that would have been fantastic. That would have been really, really cool.
And my guess so far has been like, I figured we were going to be using the same kind of method, maybe on the whole class, maybe, because that would have been kind of fun. But like, as time is going on, it's like obviously they don't really have much to fight left. Like Uraka beat her villain, right? It was Toga. Bakugo's still technically dead, and there's still a chance for him to kind of... He's obviously going to come back using his new abilities to try to put in work on Shigaraki while the two of them are fighting. Because that's obviously going to be the big thing, is that he's going to get back in the fray towards the very end.
Dies again.
Chances are... it'd be crazy. That'd be wild.
That would be fucking wild.
That'd be so... I'm going to be honest, that'd be metal as fuck. To be like, we killed him to bring him back to tell you I'm going to kill this character. I don't care.
You thought he was going to have a chance? No.
Now, the deal is like, I think he would go down swinging. Like, he would probably, like, maybe, if All Might doesn't actually hold him still long enough, maybe he would go down swinging against All For One, right? So that'd be cool. But it's like, so like if he took All For One with him, like for instance for Bakugo, like if he pulled a Vegeta, but it was effective.
yes, I understand that.
Yeah, like that would be really cool, right?
That would be really neat. Though there's just been a lot of other things just in My Hero been going on in general, been kind of wild and questionable. With Stars and Stripes. That would have been great interaction with Deku and Stars and Stripes.
I wish... Okay, that is such a cool fight. That is such a cool fight. It's one of the best fights in the show. Well, actually, never happened in the show yet, but it's one of the best fights in the manga, straight up.
Yeah, just in general, it's fantastic. I love it. I love the concept for what it was.
To be fair, as much as I would have loved to see the interaction between her and Deku, because I think all of us would have agreed, her getting here and interacting with all the characters would have been sick.
Oh, absolutely.
The thing that we have to keep in mind is that this story is being told from two perspectives in parallel. And it's not... And we realized this since My Villain Academia, right? So the thing about Stars and Stripes is that we were rooting for the heroes, right? So we're like, yeah, Stars and Stripes! But like, that was a Shigaraki arc. That was him fighting his villain. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, that's right. That's true. I didn't realize I didn't think of it like that. But yeah, that is very, very true.
Stars and Stripes is pulling up as a villain to him. And so we're trying to see how crazy he's gotten and how far he's gone. But don't get me wrong, I definitely was in that fight being like, let's go Stars and Stripes! Like, no!
Everyone was. We saw all that, her design, everything else too. It's like, good God, I really want to see just how the whole interaction and everything, just how she would interact with current All Might.
Yeah, like Deku with
have a little life lesson with him or something like that, or anyone really.
But
in the UA,
the thing that like a lot of people miss that Stars and Stripes wasn't as much as we're like Shigaraki's a threat. We didn't understand how much of a threat until they put a character with that kind of level of strength and was like, nah, he won.
Oh no, yeah, absolutely. And that I would have been fine if she died in that regard. I just wanted the interaction very quickly.
Yeah, no, I agree. Nice. I totally agree.
Like just a moment, one moment of just her getting there and being, hi, we're just gonna.
But she was his villain. Second. But that was the deal. Like she was his villain, and we didn't think about that. He's like, she showed up not because we needed the heroes to meet her, not because the heroes needed more power, but because we needed to see how far Shigaraki has gone, like how far he's grown and what he can do. And so it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, damn, like you right? I agree with you. It's like, I wanted to see stuff with her. I did. Everybody liked the big buff mommy. But like, but that's not what we're talking about right now. No. Deku over here going through his own arc. He got the whole vigilante saga going on over there.
Yes, he did. And it was fantastic. It was great. I loved it. Though, let's reel it back in now and get to the main meat and potatoes. All Might, again, versus All For One.
All Might.
Armored Edition. Iron Man
round
Edition.
3. Well, actually, so what's crazy is everyone's like Iron Man, and I agree because there's clearly an Iron Man reference in here. I look at the design and I'm like, oh, it's Ultraman. It's the new Ultramans.
Yeah,
It's actually Ultraman.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, yeah.
And the weird part about the new Ultraman stuff is that it's based off Iron Man, so it's weird.
It's still technically an Iron Man reference.
It's
but
technically
it's
an Iron Man
reference
weapon,
too.
but like you look at it and it's like, okay, so it's like a little bit of both, right? Because it's like it's doing the suitcase. I got the thing with me on deck, Iron Man transformation. But like you look at the helmet and certain parts of it and how it's actually structured, and you're like, that's an Ultraman armor.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
And I'm like, that's kind of sick.
But the fact that that armor is so far kicking ass is fantastic. I'm so happy about it.
Man, I'm so glad. This then brings up the other thing we were talking about, and I think this is the biggest problem with My Hero, and it's not actually My Hero's fault. Is that everyone in their head has their own way of how they would have done the story. Like every time I've ever had a conversation with anybody that talks about My Hero for long enough, right? There's all these different avenues that people wanted to see be done. And unfortunately, you just can't explore all of them. Like you could try to, but like it's so broad, right? So like there's a ton of people that was like, I would have actually liked to see more of them interacting and going to school and learning to be heroes, right? And so it's like that's a whole aspect. I know Tavi and Aaron have talked about how like they would have liked to actually age them up a bit, right? So them being in high school allowed them, and I kind of agree that I wanted to see them kind of progress through it.
Oh, I
Instead of
agree
them being in high
too.
school, make them in college.
It would actually make sense for that to happen in just in general for because they got their license. They're now technically professional heroes, and then literally for the whole Vigilante saga, that could literally have been like a time skip of like it was a time skip, but it could have been like
a bigger time skip.
Skip.
Maybe it's their next year or something like that. And Deku's like on his own. And everybody's like, "What happened to him?" And just a bigger time skip to be like, "Why did he dip?" Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah. That would be a really good interaction, but
and like it's a 3-month time skip. And don't get me wrong, I think the Vigilante arc with Deku are like really, really cool. Like I really like them.
Yes.
They're a tonal shift for the series, and it's a vibe, honestly, for a little while. But like just a bit more time just to let them grow would have been nice. Like had they said that it's been a year, like 3 months is a long time for the world, for the Japan to be like this, right? But
yes.
If it was like a year of them just trying to pick up the pieces for a while, that would have been crazy too.
Oh, that would have been insane if that happened.
Because it would have been like that's how far they threw them into a spiral. That like they couldn't get it back together for like a year. And so like, and also it allows the time for Shigaraki to be complete, right? But we're also moving against that timetable, like in the show. We're like, we don't want him to become complete, right?
Heck, I could actually see, because of how the world has been thrown into chaos, at least Japan has been thrown into chaos, that they couldn't really probably get it fully completed. Maybe he's like at 80% possibly now. I think he was like at 60 when he was he got
and so like the rest
like
that year that's being done is them trying to like put together the pieces that'll allow him to complete himself, right? Or they could have did a thing where, and like this is exactly what I'm talking about, where like we're over here being like, these are all the things you could do.
Different possibilities.
Because like one of the things I was just thinking about while we were talking about it was like, we could have said he was at 80%, but we could say that Deku and like the group he's been working with have been on their on their cheeks.
Oh yeah,
so much for like a year that they have not been able. Like he hasn't been able to hit that 80%. You know what I mean? Like it's just every time they get ready to do it, it's so like All For One is a step ahead of them, but like Shigaraki constantly keeps getting caught in this crossfire of being like they're dropping him down every time he gets a little closer. But it's like they're making progress, you know what I mean?
Better yet, literally when the fight was going on for Deku and Shigaraki, like the second one, there we got to see Float and everything. That fight actually really hurt Shigaraki, and he's like back down like I don't know a couple percentages and such. So that's why
it just took some time to
go back up or something like that. And it took a year for that to happen because all the resources and the doctor, I think, was gone.
Yeah, because the doctor's not there, and they arrested him. So it's like, it just takes that long for him to truly reach that potential again, which is fair. And these are just some of the things that we're looking at being like, they could have did it like this. And this is like a hindsight thing. And some of it's not even like really you could have did the story better. It's just different directions that could have made for like other interesting paths. 'Cause I don't. That's the thing. I don't think My Hero's doing a bad job with how it's telling its story. I just think that there's so many things that like we want to see it tackle that it just doesn't have time to tackle.
I agree with you. Yes, it most definitely isn't telling its story bad. It's, though, if I remember correctly, either Shonen Jump or the author is just rushing it now because either he's getting burnt out or
I mean, his health is in danger too at the same time from doing it. So it is.
So
being
I understand
rushed.
why.
It is being
I understand why this is going on, but the possibilities, the ideas that could literally spring off this. There's so many different routes because there's so many different characters that you could possibly just do.
Like obviously, the biggest one is that people wanted to see. They wanted to see like another time skip. So just immediately going into like from My Hero Academia to just My Hero, right? The idea of them being like they're professionals now, like they're adults. They're still like have the youngest vibe to them because they're in like their 19,
20s,
like their late teens, early 20s, right? And so they're in this avenue where they're like, yeah, no, we're old enough to deal with this, to essentially be out here and like actually we're adults, but like we're still young, we still don't really know what we're doing. In some instances, we learned, but like we're not there. We don't have the experience. Though this class has just a shit ton of experience in comparison to anybody else, so it's wild.
In general, they went through a lot.
You know what else was going through this kind of crap through high school?
Hey, you heard
none of the other heroes.
Literally, the other schools are like, UA, okay, these little showboaters.
He's like, out of here because they was dunking on villains since freshman year. Like, what? But like, I guess another example for what we were talking about with My Hero is friend of the show, Zach. Zach talks about this with My Hero, and this is actually kind of reflected in this new fight, which was there are some people, including myself for a little bit, that thought that
you just got out
when we were going into My Hero Academia.
Lonnie, okay, there you go. Speak again.
Yeah, we're still here. When we were going into My Hero Academia, they thought that Deku was going to be going forward with no powers, right? Yeah, becoming a hero without any powers. And even in the beginning of the show, which you're kind of okay with, All Might's like, this is not the way for like someone that doesn't have abilities, right? And it's like, all right, fine. Only for him to pull up this late in the game with a full Iron Man suit and no powers.
Yeah.
And so it's like, you
look
at it and go,
contradictory.
Yeah, you look at it and go like, yo, the whole series could have been about this.
Yeah, it would be really interesting to see that. It would be really, really neat. But, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it.
I think it would have been a cool series. Like, it's obviously an alternate timeline type thing, right? Alternate universe thing. But the idea of a series about Deku just simply using the best thing he's got, which is his smarts, to outsmart people who do have powers, right? Would have been super cool, right? But I also like what we got with this too. Like, I like the idea of like all for one, right? Well,
one for all.
One for all. Because that's the thing that it always messes me up. One for all, right? I like the idea of this, that it's being passed out for generation to generation, and the only one that can use it right now is someone like Deku, because chances are no one else is going to be born later. It's just not going to happen. We're not going to get another person. They're like, you're probably going to be the last one. If you manage to find somebody that has another quirk, that'll probably be the last one. But right now, it's like, there's probably not going to be nobody else with no quirks. No, it's not going to happen. Like, 80% of the world has it right now. So, like,
if I remember correctly, people with quirks can take it, but they get, like, backlash.
Yeah, no, by it. People with quirks cannot use the full power of One for All. All for One. One for all.
One for all. These damn names.
Just simply because of the fact that it's like, it'll shorten your lifespan hella hard. Like, it just your body will break down. Even the one user that, like, I didn't even fight anybody, I just trained. He was like, oh damn, I'm gonna die at like 40. That shit crazy. He's like coughing up blood, being like, oh, that's wild.
I think it was the Danger Sense one. And I think about it.
Yeah, it was the Danger Sense one. He completely avoided All for One and used One for All and just trained it up. He was like, I'm just gonna like cultivate the power, make it real strong for the next dude. And he was like, damn, I'm dying. I didn't find nobody, I'm dying.
I wanted to train a little bit longer. Shit, I gotta fucking find someone now. Damn it.
Also, like, I love the fact that Horikoshi's like a fan of Spider-Man. Like, there's so much crap in here that's just like references to Spider-Man.
Oh,
So,
yes.
Like, Black Whip and Danger Sense are literally Spider-Man powers.
Yes, they are. They're just flat out. Regardless. And the fact that All Might, Iron Might has Black Whip too is even better.
Yeah, he just has a Black Whip thing. I also like the fact that his armor, which is again is the perfect example of what I was talking about, right? It's like it could have worked out so well as like Deku just being under like not powered, is because his armor is copying his students.
Yes.
The first one is Kirishima because it's Hercules red. And so it's like, okay, so Kirishima is the defensive part. Then he uses Black Whip and
Shoot style.
No, he does use shoot style, but he uses Black Whip and what is his name? Electric one. What is his name?
I don't remember his name. I don't remember.
I'm so mad. I usually know his Kirishima is the other one.
No.
I fuck up his name every time. It's also a K,
Shit.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm like positive it's a K. Google help.
Oh, please.
Google, please.
We're looking like frauds, help.
We're in the middle of something. Please, where you at? Names, characters, please, students. Fuck off. Just show me students. Images. Okay, there are images. M F H I J K. Is that you? We're wrong. It's not a K. Oh shit.
What is it?
Why aren't you appearing? What the hell?
Kaminari, it is a K.
Okay.
Kaminari. Kaminari, he uses Kaminari's electrical powers along with Black Whip to kind of like electrify, to shock, because he's not killing him. Oh, no, electrify is right. Electrify is right. Electrocute is not right. To electrify.
Electrocute.
Electrocute means you killed him.
Right.
Electrocute is always everyone messes that one up. If you say you electrocuted someone, it means that they died from electricity. But he uses it to electrify like the ropes he's using for like the Black Whip stuff to hit All for One. And so it's like, oh, all right, dope. And then he does a piece of Sugar Man stuff. I don't remember what it is. Sugar Rush. Sugar Rush is like abilities. Because he has the giant foot that comes in, which I thought it was going to be more of Inya's. What is his name? I keep forgetting everybody's name. Fucking Ingenium.
Yes.
I thought it was going to be Ingenium's thing, but like it's not. He's like, no, I got it from Sugar Rush, and then he does shoot style, and it's like technically that's a bit of both.
Yes.
Because Deku learned shoot style from Ingenium. Ida is his name. I don't know why I couldn't pronounce the first time. Ida.
His name doesn't. Okay, so the little fun fact: his name doesn't start with a K. It's Denkin.
Yeah, it's
Kaminari.
Denki Kaminari. But everyone I've ever known, including the show, just calls him Kaminari.
Yes, everyone. Well, it's the last name. It's always last name being pronounced.
Yeah, because Kirishima is Ijiro.
Yes.
Yeah, Ijiro. So it's like, but like, even people. I mean, no one really calls Deku Izuku. I mean, they do, but like most people call him just Midoriya.
Midoriya, yeah.
And Bakugo is Bakugo, but no one calls him Katsuki. Katsuki. Because technically, everyone just calls them by their last names. Oh, Choco.
Yeah, it's true.
That's actually works. People call her by Choco too. Like they're bouncing forth with that one.
They do that. Though only person that says what is it? The nickname for Bakugo? Why am I blanking on that now?
Kanchan,
yeah. Is Deku.
I'm gonna be honest.
One else does it.
I can't stand people that call him Kanchan. I don't know what it is. I'm like, just call him Bakugo, bro. Just call him Bakugo.
But he's his childhood friend. He gets that.
Momo is. Oh, I do call Mina. I'll say that. I call Mina because her name's not bad. Both of her names are kind of cool. So it's Mina Ashido. So I like both of them. But no one calls Momo by her last name. I don't know anyone that calls Momo by her last name.
Uruzu? Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
Actually, I think there are some characters in the series that did do at least.
Oh yeah, of course the characters do, but no one else does it. Like no one outside of the show. no one's doing that. Well, yeah, most people just get called by their last name, like Shoji, Mineta, like everybody, pretty much for the most part, except for Mirio. Everybody calls Mirio by Mirio because it's just an easier name, honestly. But Mirio, there's a few people that get straight up the first name treatment by default, but everybody else is kind of like, we'll just call him by the name that sounds better to say.
Right.
But yeah, so like All Might's doing all this crazy stuff, and I'm like, damn, that would have been a crazy Deku armor.
It would have been. It really would have been. Though it probably wouldn't have been created like this in the beginning, because the person who created it, I forget her name, is from the first
Shield.
movie.
Maria. Is it Maria?
I think it's Maria. Is it Maria?
I think it's Maria Shield. Because she's English. So she has an English... Well, she's American, so she has an American name, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm. Google again. See.
I also think I like the reference, because she made the other bands for Deku that, like, I don't think he's currently using, but, like...
It broke.
I'm glad that they brought that back. Yeah, it did break, but I'm glad that they brought that back. But she recreated... Because she made the bands, then made him new bands, so that he could go use them, and then, like, after 3 months, they eventually broke. Which, honestly, that's pretty good. I was running around by himself, beating villains up near to death.
Yeah.
For 3 months with those things. The fact that they finally broke is kind of wild.
It is. It's very wild. Let's just type in first movie characters and we'll probably see your name.
You're still trying to figure it out.
Yeah, man. Continue, Monty.
I was like, but
we're getting really sidetracked upon
what character names?
Not character names, just in general.
It's Melissa, by the way.
Melissa? Okay.
But like, yeah. It's really dope. Kind of glad that like that's happening though. Round 3 is kind of going to be kind of sick. I think we all know he's not going to win this, but he's going to put up a damn good fight.
Oh, absolutely.
And
it was even said in the story by that one police officer, don't show that fight. It's going to be a bloodbath.
He is putting in the work right now. Almighty is like, bro, I don't need no powers to kick your ass, and I feel that energy. But he's not gonna make it.
The best thing is the fact that All For One knows. He knows that this is not what he needs to be doing. He knows that this is not what I need to be doing right now. My goal is to get over to Shigaraki, become one with him, and steal One for All. I can do that. He is powerless. But this fucking man, one fucking man who was a thorn in my side, and he is fun to play with. He's like a giddy boy, just like jumping around. Oh my god!
Some people don't like that because they're like, that's not the cold, meticulous like All For One we know. And I'm like, nah, I disagree. It's still him being cold and meticulous. The fact that he thought about it and was like, I don't need to do this. I don't need to do this. I should not be doing this. He's like, but he's looking at All Might being like, but I gotta fold that man one more time. I gotta run that face.
He's smiling. I gotta fucking take that shit down.
I gotta run those hands one more time, bro. I need to.
He literally begins charging forward to him. His left, like, he took the bait. All Might knew that he would take the bait.
Yeah, he just knew. That's what he pulled up. He was like, I've been fighting this man for years. He gonna take this bait. And All For One pulled up. I was like, this man really baiting me. It's crazy that it's working. Let's take this bait.
Let's have some fun.
Like, I think they could have worded it better about him being like, he has the most fun fighting him, but it's like, I know that he's just looking at him being like, ain't no way I can't pass up an opportunity to slide him. I lost to him twice. You gotta catch the fade.
Not even twice. I think he lost to All Might multiple times before the 2 fights that we saw, canonically.
I know he beat him one time, as far as we know. He beat him one time. Officially, though, we didn't get to see it. I don't know why they won't show it to us, but we didn't get to see it. Then we saw the second round, right? We saw the second round definitively. And then this is the third one in the story that we definitively know about. So this is round 3.
Yes.
Now, if there was a round like 0,
I'm pretty sure there's a round 0 because
if there was a round 0, I think All Might probably lost round 0. He didn't die, but he probably lost round 0.
I'm pretty sure he lost round 0, but if anything, now with all his training, going to America and everything, he became a thorn in his side, stopping all of his plans in Japan and such.
Actually, I don't think there was a round 0. I just remembered that, like, after Nana died, he left to America. Like he ran. He ran to America to get strong, and then came back and then folded that man.
Yes.
So I think there was around 1, 2, and 3, but we never got to see round 1. We just know that he won.
Yes.
And then we know that there's a round Nana.
Yes, there is.
We know that she lost, and I really want to see that. Honestly, I don't even. It's not even that I want to see Nana get folded. I just want to see. I'm so interested in what she went through. Yes. Yeah, like I'm so interested in what she went through. We just don't get to see that. And I'm like, damn, bro, can we get like something?
a little bit of a taste, a little bit of a showing, little side story, possibly OVA.
It's so weird that like there's a ton of stuff that I wanted to see from the previous generation, and I like seeing what's happening with Deku right now. I really do. I'm not one of those people that's like the older generation's always cooler, but sometimes in some stories it kind of is like that, where it's just like, I know she loses, I know she gets folded, I just want to see what happened.
Yeah.
I just want to know.
It's the mystery. It's the mystery that gets you. You know, this person did all this stuff. How did that happen? What's the context of it? We know the end result. I want the meat and potatoes. I want the potatoes. I want to see the inside of it. That's what it is.
Especially since she went out here and set up the main villain.
Exactly.
So I'm like, I want to know. I gotta know. But we'll go to another one. We don't have a clever one to jump around with this one, but like I know I caught up on Kaiju number 8.
Yes, another monster.
Yeah, you know what? There it is, another monster. Speaking of other monsters.
So you are at the current chapter. I think it's on break right now for a week, if I'm correct.
Yeah, it's doing its thing. Kaiju number 8 has been going crazy.
Yes.
These last couple fights with everybody is wild. Narumi just did his thing. Right? Getting a power-up that basically lets him see the future. I'm assuming it's like seconds before. Like it's like I can just see what you're about to do.
Hey, it's still crazy. A second can do so much to anyone. Like it can give you an advantage in anything. It's a second.
Honestly, the fact that they just showed up and was like, "Yo, everybody getting power suits now. Everybody getting crazy power suits.
Everybody,
because everyone already has power suits. But everybody getting super power suits.
Yes,
you get a power armor. You get a power armor. You get a power armor. All right, Trend Narc. Let's go."
Well, all I'm gonna say is that these previous kaijus must have been fucking bonkers for the whole fucking thing. To be able to hold against these new kaijus is insanity. Because
especially
the one with the one
some
girl.
Of the new ones are taking aspects of the old members of I forgot what they're called. What are the super soldiers called? What is
I don't remember.
The Defense Force? I guess old members of the Defense Force. I was like, they took the memories of dear old dad. Right.
And slapped it into the new kaiju.
Slapped into a kaiju. They took I think they took parts of her mom, Shinomiya's mom, and put it in the other one, and that's the one she fights. What?
I think it's his daughter mainly, because that's what it mainly represents.
It represents his daughter, but it's based off of Shinomiya. Right? Yeah, like it's based off of her, but I think it's based off her mom. Like, is the deal? Like it's because it looks like her, but I think it has parts of her mom in it. Yeah, it has that data. That was the deal, right? Like it has, so when she was fighting, her suit was allowing her to see echoes of her mom she was trying to catch up to. But like the thing was like understanding that like the two of them are like parallels, and that like she's trying to kill her. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild for that fight. There was another one.
And then Sword Bro, I can't remember his name right now, but he out here fighting.
He's trying.
He's still fighting.
He's getting bodied though. But he's trying.
He's doing his best.
I thought he had the upper hand.
I
really thought he had the upper hand for a moment, and then this thing. Apparently, the kaiju beforehand, there was a kaiju 7, or I don't remember which one it was.
No, he's using kaiju 10. He's using kaiju 10.
Kaiju 10 was apparently
the prototype for this kaiju he's fighting.
For the kaiju that they're fighting right now. For him, that's wild.
Which is crazy, because kaiju 10 was busted.
Yes. And second, this new kaiju is adapting to whatever this new guy is doing completely. And so that makes it even more wild, because this man had a whole, different style that he used via like Iaijutsu or something of that variety. And then this kaiju just fucking copied it. He fucking did the same damn thing.
He was like, bro, he's like, ain't no way.
I just
busted my ass for years. And you just gonna copy my moves? Like that? I've been perfecting this shit since I was a bait, like a little tyke.
Yes.
Little
but
kid.
the greatest part is literally Kaiju 10 just says, all right, let's go again. Keep going until we can't do anything.
We don't give up, bro. He's like, we gonna go out there and we gonna fight. Fight ain't over. We ain't dead yet.
They're the best duo right now. Like, I can't wait.
They're hilarious because 10's consciousness is still within it. And so the fact that he's just arguing back and forth with this bruiser that's just still like, that's his suit. It's hilarious. I look forward to everything that's going to happen with that. It's like so funny.
It's like the barbarian that is partnered with, what would it be?
Like a monk.
Or a monk, yes. That's what it is. It's like a monk.
The barbarian's like, run them hands. And the monk's like, yo, you gotta be calm.
You gotta be calm, collected, and do it like this. Nah, fight. You
fight to our last drop. I agree with fighting to our last drop, but we need a plan. Fighting to our last drop is the plan. Since when is that a plan?
There is no strategy. There is no technique. There is no nothing. That is not a plan.
That's not a plan. We need to come up with a plan.
So, okay, all right. So the plan would be the left fist punches and the right fist punches. Let's go.
And then sometimes we throw some kicks in. Got it?
Yes.
Plan.
I can't wait to see what's his friend, the main character's friend. I forget his name. He has another kaiju.
He did get a new suit. He did.
I can't wait to see how. Yeah, I can't wait to see how that one goes. I really want to see how that one is.
Off rip during the training, so I was kind of forward to it.
And then our MC in general, I want to see.
Kefka out here learning new stuff. He's like, I'm gonna learn how to really fight. Like he's like, everyone else getting these power up suits. I don't need a power up suit.
I'm gonna learn how to throw hands. I need to learn how to throw hands properly.
He's like, He's like, I've been street fighting this whole time, and it's been working. I've been
what he needs to learn is how to throw his back into his punches from All Might.
Yes. I'll put your back into it. I'll let her throw hands on a scale that's never been thrown before.
Yes.
We don't just throw random haymakers. We throw jabs into lights.
Cross counters into uppercuts.
We gotta know how to do it all.
Somehow Hadouken and then Shoryuken.
And then when he gets far enough, he can throw some Hadoukens. Because let's be real, you're gonna find a way.
Oh, absolutely. He was able to shout away a kaiju or something like that. He most definitely can.
He shouted and gave off a menacing aura. But nah, that was crazy.
That was fantastic. Kaiju number 8, I think, has consistently been going hard for the whole time. The whole time. Yeah, the whole time. Yeah.
Genuinely.
Even when he was getting used to his stuff, it was just going hard.
But what about you, bro? What have you been checking out? Because this is just stuff I was going on.
For me, I'm still reading my usual stuff. Enjoying Fortnite to the Apocalypse. It's just been going down on their character reveals and I think that variety. I've been enjoying Chainsaw Man. It's been some.
I caught up on Chainsaw Man. We gotta talk about
stuff.
that too.
There's been some dumb stuff going on.
Chainsaw Man going stupid.
It is. I don't know what the hell the mangaka is smoking or drinking at times, but damn, it is questionable. Great.
That Chainsaw bike was crazy.
Yes.
Man pulled up with the chainsaw motorcycle. I'm just looking like, damn. That's wild. This is kind of on some Ghost Rider shit at this point.
It really, really is.
Like,
but it's just the second chapter, not second to latest chapter or something like that, where we were thinking that he was more mature. He wasn't going to pull any dumb stuff like he used to do with his previous people and everything, but he still does it.
He's not desperate. He's not desperate anymore.
He's not desperate enough.
It's still him.
He's still desperate enough.
He's by all means still desperate enough.
He is so damn desperate.
Basically, she was like, "Hey, yo, if you do as I ask, I'll let you hit." And he's like, "Man, I'm matured. I would never." As he does it.
Yes. Like, it's just talking. I would never do this.
I would never do something like I don't need to. I've grown as a person.
I have better standards
so do I
than
get
that
to
now.
Smash though?
That really what it was. That really what it boiled down to.
A man just fought a bunch of humans. Just boxed his way out of he basically had what is the equivalent of a hallway fight.
Yes.
Like a la Daredevil.
Yes.
Just boxing people that came in running at him at top speeds. Like, I don't need this.
There was literally, I think there was like no context either. It just happened. It just started.
Yeah, no, they just pulled up.
it just came out of nowhere.
I thought it was a trap.
Me too.
I legit thought it was a trap. Only for her to be like, nah, it wasn't a trap. I just wanted to finish my song. He's like, you were supposed to be my bodyguard? And like, this? He was like, eh. I also like the fact that she was like, oh yeah, nah. I'm like, he was like, oh, okay, cool. So you just hit on me, so you can get close to me. And I'm like, I get it, you're my bodyguard. She's like, no, I actually want the smoke with you. Like, I want it.
That's even better. That was even better when that happened. He's like, oh, okay.
What? He's just confused. I was like, all right, I guess.
That's different. Okay.
I'm kind of down, but he's like, oh yeah, no, I'm still your bodyguard, but like, nah, best believe.
I don't mind. By all means.
I definitely want. He's like, okay, this is a move. I don't know how this is gonna work with. I mean, I guess she would have her own apartment this time around, right?
I guess. Yeah.
She's like 20, right? But like, technically, obviously, little sister.
Yeah,
over here,
that's gonna be
adopted daughter is a problem.
A big boy problem. A really big one.
On top of that, everyone out here plotting against them. Also, everything. I gotta say this. So obviously, we talked about spoilers with it. Everything involving Asta being the second character, Asta, I believe her name is. Yeah, Asta,
yeah.
Being just the second protagonist in this second part has been so cool to me because we know what we're building up to. Denji's been actually taking a hell of a backseat, even though the story is still about him. Like, it's so cool knowing that it's like, yo, these two are either going to end up fucking or fighting, and it's probably going to be both.
Knowing how this story goes, honest to God, it would probably be like that. It would be like some Devilman Crybaby shit going on.
Yeah! It's like, these two are going to end up in a position that's going to be so strange. I don't know who I want to win. That's what's great. I don't know who I would want to win. Because I know they're going to have to fight each other at some point. Like, and if they don't fight each other, something bigger is going to show up, right? And that's going to be the reason. Because like the Fall Devil and everything that's kind of happening with like what's obviously seeming to be the Horsemen of Apocalypse pulling up, and apocalypse is about to happen. Like basically, the end of days is like upon the world essentially. And that's going to be kind of wild because chances are they're going to have to stop that, right? But there's no way that they try to stop that and not have to kill each other in the process, because Asa and the War Devil specifically, wants to kill Chainsaw Man. She wants that man dead.
Oh, 100%. Though, from what we've also heard in the story, that now the War Devil actually has feelings towards Denji because of her, what he has possessed for some reason. So it's not like major or anything, but it's there. So there could
we'll
be
see
something.
how that's gonna work.
Yeah, there could be something.
Boy and Chainsaw are probably gonna fuck though. I'm gonna be honest with you. With the way this is, it's probably gonna be like that little. They're gonna do Bomb all over again. They're gonna do Bomb again, and it's gonna hurt even more.
Yes.
They're gonna do it again, and I'm watching it happen, and I'm gonna be upset. They're just gonna do Bomb again.
Yeah. Though I think it's gonna be better. Well, it might not be better because she's still around. I have no idea. It's gonna be something. This
gonna hurt.
Chainsaw Man goes in so many different directions that you can't really predict it. It's hard to predict how the story is going to go.
It's just gonna hurt. I'm just gonna be so upset by the end of this, where it's like, damn it, you're gonna do it again. You're gonna do it to me twice. You're gonna do it to me twice.
He still doesn't know about the bomb girl, from my knowledge.
No, he doesn't know that she's dead. He doesn't.
No.
He thinks she might be out there somewhere, but he doesn't know.
No.
Wasn't well, no. Denji probably just doesn't know because he lost control. Like he wasn't himself when he was.
The only part that I know that he knows about is Power dying, essentially, and I think fusing with him Power, too. Yeah,
but like, but like he doesn't know she died, but Bomb showed up as one of the devils she was controlling towards the end. But I think Denji was already like gone. Like he was full Chainsaw Man mode. So I don't think he remembers anything from being full Chainsaw Man mode. I think he knows that Power helped him one more time. But I don't think he knows I don't think he has any memories of when he was like full on the Black Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man Black, if you will. Which is sick. I also like that they pointed out that like those are technically two different entities. There's also that, right? Like there's another Chainsaw Man. Like besides the fact that like, you know, there's like when Denji transforms, right? There is another Chainsaw Man
out
that
there
we
now.
haven't talked about. Yeah, that's just out there. Like actually just out there. Because that's what happened with the Fall Devil stuff.
Yeah, a second Chainsaw Man appeared out of nowhere, and like, what? Who the fuck?
Yeah, I think all of us were like, fucking what? Like, huh? Unless time travel's gonna be involved, I have no idea what that's gonna be about.
If time travel's fucking involved, that's gonna be fucking wild.
Because the way this man writes his story, if time travel is involved in this shit, it's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be even more wild. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Good god. But yeah, Chainsaw Man, it's fucking bombastic.
Oh man, if you ain't reading Chainsaw Man, you messing up. Go read Chainsaw Man.
Hell, watch it, dude. The anime's out. The anime's been out.
Mean, the anime is a little slow. I'll admit this. Like the first season actually doesn't cover much. It gets to Katana Man, and then that's like it, right? And there's some cool parts in there for sure, but like the anime literally stops before. Best way I can describe it is like it stops at one of the first pop-offs in the entire series.
Right, it does.
Because like the first pop-off is like the assassination thing, where you're like, oh shit. And that came out of nowhere. I was just like, oh hey, wow. I was getting connected to these people, but fuck. But like after Katana Man, it kind of just goes on a ramp for a while. Like there's a particular point where it just keeps going. Actually, yeah, no, it's after Bomb. Once Bomb starts, it doesn't stop.
No, it doesn't.
It just doesn't stop. And that's just not discussed. The anime stops right before that. So like season 2, when season 2 comes out, I can be like,
gonna be
just go watch.
fucking wild.
Crazy. And I know everybody that's watched Chainsaw Man being like, bro, what do you mean season 2 gonna be crazy? Like, everybody keeps saying that. He's like, y'all don't know.
You do not know.
Y'all do
You
not
do
know.
not know. You'll be having
Dude's gonna
heartstrings
go hard.
pulled, you be hyped as fuck, and then I don't know what else, what emotions you possibly feel.
I don't even know where season 2 would stop. I don't know where it would stop.
I don't.
It doesn't,
I don't.
It doesn't feel like there's anywhere appropriate for it to stop. My guess is maybe Halloween. My guess would be Halloween. That's where it would have to stop. Right?
I could see that, yeah.
But after that, like, it's like, yeah, you're really not stopping after that.
No. No.
It's gotta go to the end of part 1.
Mm-hmm. I've been still enjoying Spy Family. It's been great. Love
I'm
the
not caught up
little
on Spy Family. It's amazing though.
Look at Anya being Anya is still great.
So cute.
What is it? The current stuff with Lloyd has been actually really good. Because it's kind of as what the title implies. Even though his mission is what it was, everything is starting to become like a family. Everyone's starting to carry each other and all that fun lovey-dovey shit.
All that fun lovey-dovey shit.
Yakuza Family. Yakuza Family.
Yakuza.
Yakuza Family. That one has been fantastic.
I apologize for not fully catching up. I think I actually managed to catch up, only for me to fall back behind again.
Like, did you have you seen the time skip?
I haven't seen the time skip.
Okay, then I'm about
That's
to
what I'm
say
saying. Like, I don't think I did anything recently, but I managed to I think I managed to catch up right before. Let's see. I don't even think I still have it. I have it under the Viz thing, but I don't think I have it under Shonen, which is part of the reason why I'm probably not like continuing.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just not in my face.
That one has been great. It has given such a shift to the story, though it's still pushing with the same thing, but there is a moment where you do not expect it to shift to with that time skip, and it is fantastic. It is great. It is wholesome. It's fantastic. You need to catch up, please, so we can talk about it.
Viz won't let me read it, so I don't even remember where I was.
Damn it.
Where to see? I know I was somewhere. I think I might have clicked on it again, but I don't know.
Well, I'll help you if you need to find it. But
and that bitch is lost.
Oh no,
that bitch is lost. I don't know where I was in this manga. I can tell you this. I know he started. I think he went. The last thing I can remember in my head is he completed the tests for I think it's is either his silver or his gold license.
Silver.
He had to basically, yeah, it's probably silver. Because he had to go through the gauntlet of the family again.
Yeah.
Because everybody was like, yeah, man. Like, he was working with a bunch of other people to do it. But it's like, for instance, like the older brother one, he was like, I ain't gonna go that easy. And he was like, I know your weaknesses, bro.
I can get you, damn it.
And he made it to fighting the eldest brother. And he was like, I ain't gonna let you go down like this. He was like, you think I'm gonna let you go do this? Like, I have to. You gotta let me do it. Spider Threads boy. I can't remember what his name was, but like, and I think the last thing I read was him getting that interview that he wanted because he needed the silver license to get the interview in the first place. But I don't think he finished talking. It's either that or he had the dream. He had the dream with her and the blossom stuff. It was weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know where it's at. I know what you're talking about. I know the moment. I just have to find it now. I don't remember what chapter it is. So I will get it to you, and you will be golden. I promise you.
Because that one went crazy. I think I'm past the 100s. I think I'm past the 100s. Well, I'm in 100. Yeah, because they had the raid. I started looking now as we're talking too, just to kind of. I think I went too far. I don't know where this is.
We'll find it later. We'll find that later.
I think I'm pretty much in between, somewhere in the 120s and 130s. I don't think I'm at 130, but I'm in between.
120, 130s. All right, I'll check between there. I'll try at 115 and go from there, but later. But aside from that, I have checked out like 3, 4 new different manhwa and manga too. Yeah. I'll only talk about 3 of them. The first one, Mega Man, right? Or Rockman in Japan.
No.
Yeah. So someone has made a slice of life novel of Rockman as an adult, just doing adult things essentially.
Bro, what?
Yeah, he is essentially just a doctor now who is now like stopped doing like hunting robots and everything because it has become the time where Dr. Light has retired and Dr. Wily has like gone missing or something like that.
I would assume dead, but we know he's not gone.
No, he's not. But now because of that, all the robots that were there used to go out of control have now ceased in doing that since Riley's not doing his thing, and everyone is just living their own life, doing their best, and helping out as they are. Mega Man looks all human and adult. He doesn't have his Mega Buster or anything like that anymore. Roll looks aged up too. However, the robot masters still look as they are. They didn't get like a redesign or anything. They just look like
they're just the exact same.
The exact same. But Mega Man just goes around like talking to them, giving them like advice and guidance, or just having a little nice time with each other.
That's kind of fun, though. As much as this is kind of fun, we know that this kind of flies in the face of like canon events, right?
It does. It very much does. But I found this on a whim just with the app that I have. I was like scrolling down, like, Rockman Son? The hell? Okay. All right. I guess. Let's see what this is. It's Mega Man. Might as well. Mega Man has had mangas before, but it's more based off the games or the anime and stuff like that. And this one is like, okay, not taking itself seriously. It has comedy, has drama, sci-fi. All right, not too bad. Has some little.
Wait, does he just always have the Mega Buster on because he doesn't need it? Like
no, he doesn't. It's not attached to him anymore, from my knowledge.
Okay, because like I'm looking at some of the stuff and it's like he still has the Mega Buster on. I'm like, wait, why?
No.
God, man looks so stupid like this, man.
I know it is, but it's it's just how it's designed and what it is. I guess I have no idea.
All I'm gonna say is Dr. Light managed to actually make 3 good. No, my bad. He made 2 good designs. 3 designs actually. 3 good designs for robots, and everybody else is trash.
Yes.
Cause like, maybe Elecman does look kind of cool, but like, cause like Mega Man, Proto Man, Roll, and he didn't make Bass, or Bass. He didn't make Bass, so it doesn't matter. That's a Wily thing. He had that.
It is, yes. But it's just like little neat, funny things, like how Cutman is a barber, or
yeah, Cutman would be.
You have Gutsman being a construction worker of some sorts.
That makes sense.
Sheepman herding sheep. What else can I find within this first chapter?
Are those not his eyelids? Why are they on his mask?
I don't know.
Why is his eyes like this?
I don't know.
Why is so stupid?
This is just how they did it. It's a comedy thing, so you're supposed to have a laugh for it. So,
oh man, that's so dope. That's funny. That's so dope.
There's only 32 chapters. There's only 32 chapters, so you could read this in the breeze. It's cute. It's a little.
I'll be honest, I'm on like chapter 3 while talking about. So stupid.
Yeah. It's great.
It's top, man. That's great. Okay, I can see why he was enjoying this. I'm not going front.
Yes.
Oh man, that's dumb.
So this next one, this is a manhwa called Bones. This one is an action adventure fantasy with revenge tied into it. This one, it's your typical manhwa scenario with, people coming overpowered and such. Portals appear out of nowhere in reality in Korea, and the people in that world now gain powers, and they become people called Awaken.
Wow, this is dope as fuck.
Yeah, and some people,
How new is this?
What year?
How new is this?
Very new. There's only 3 chapters.
Damn.
It came out July 21st, and it still only has 3 chapters. I don't know when the more is coming out, but it is something else because our main character, Jin Hoo Young, he was blessed with abilities as well. But you know how this happens sometimes. Our character who has abilities, or at least teenagers have abilities, get bullied. And that's what happened. He's getting bullied at his school. It's gifted for awakened people to cultivate them. And his ability, luckily enough, even though he gets beaten up all the time, is regeneration. He can regenerate from anything, essentially. However, it hurts like hell whenever he regenerates. It's not like a easy thing. It's really painful for him. But he deals with it because he wants to make give his mom a better life, because she's been working hard and doing her best to push him through and everything since his dad died recently and been struggling. But next thing he knows is that his mom is in the hospital in a vegetable state, and he knows who did it. It was the bullies, and they put her in this state, and so now he wants to get revenge for them doing this to her mom. But things happen, and I can't go any further because this shit goes wild. The best way to put it is that when he gets his get back, he gets his get back. Like he gets his revenge and everything. He gets it, and it is damn. It is what is. I want to say it, but I can't say it because just looking at it when it happens is fucking insane. It is the art is immaculate. You feel how
this is
he
almost
feels.
like Berserk.
Yes, yes.
I found the panel. This is a sick looking panel.
Yes, yes, it is. And when I'm pretty sure I know where you're at, but the line that he says, I'm just gonna say this. Where is it at? Where is it at? This is a long ass thing. Where is it at? There you are. I got out. He says, "I got out," and the chapter ends. The chapter has that point, and it's just fantastic. It is. It goes into even more scenarios too, with not just this story plot, and it goes into something else, and you get to see more of it. But by all means, check it out. It's 3 chapters. It is great if you like revenge stories. It's not even bullshit upon how the power-ups are going. It's actually fairly believable for what's going on. Because as I said, he feels it. He can regenerate from anything. But the way his ability works, at least if it comes, is that he keeps he gets in a situation where he gets trapped. And he is determined to get out of this situation that he's in. He's like trapped in something, and he's trying to punch out it and get out of it, but it's not working. He keeps breaking his arms, his legs, and everything. But because he's been doing that so often, he begins to form an exoskeleton on top of him, and his bones get stronger, his body gets stronger in general, and that's how the human body works normally too. And so he keeps doing that to the point where his exoskeleton that he develops is basically as strong as diamond. And
damn,
this shit just goes hard after that. So please give this a shot. It's only 3 chapters. It is great. You will feel betrayed. You will feel satisfied, and you will feel emotions.
I feel that.
This second one is a wholesome one. I'm not totally sure if I've shared this one or not. If I have, I won't do it. I won't talk about it. But this one is called I Am Mom. The story is essentially a apocalyptic. It has action, adventure, some drama, and thriller. Essentially, something broke out. I don't know what it is. It's not described what it is. But basically has infected human beings, turning them into these really awful creatures that feast on humans and such. If they hear you, they kill you on sight. And our protagonist, we don't really know her name from my memory. She is pregnant at the time with her child, and she has been bitten and transforming into one of those monsters. And because she's doing that, she's going to transform and all, but she is so determined to make sure her child is safe. She endures it. She tries to fight against it, and even though she still becomes it, she's able to give birth to her daughter. And it becomes this little wholesome story between this monster mom and her human child trying to survive in this world and encountering different things. And it's great. It's wholesome. There's great action in it. Even more wholesome moments and very cool panels too for what is shown, and horrifying ass monsters. There shows 13 chapters on here, but there's actually a lot more, but it's not translated yet. So hopefully it gets translated soon. But yeah, please check that one out. And that will be pretty much it. The rest I will share for another time.
All right. Speaking of which, I kept reading.
Oh, you did?
Well, yeah.
Which one? Which one did you do?
So right now I'm currently at the part where it's like, I got out.
Yeah, you
like,
see what I mean? You see what I mean?
So this is probably gonna come out like pretty slowly because there's a lot going on in this. There's a lot of.
Oh no, there's a hell of a lot, but
it's good
for what is shown, for how it is depicted, it is great.
It's phenomenal.
It is
phenomenal,
fantastic. And
that's
like I said,
pretty
you
fun.
feel it, you see it, you understand why this is happening.
He's like, no, you're about to catch the whole fade right now.
He very much is. And even though this is coming out slow, everyone, or at least we've seen in the comments, are just like ecstatic for it completely.
Yeah,
everyone is just first, like, yes.
That first chapter goes hard.
It does. It does. So we need to let this man cook and produce more.
Yeah, no, go ahead, bro. Take your time.
Because this is what is it? You got to once you get to chapter 2 and go further into it, you see more, and you're like, oh shit, okay, this is going to go even more. Okay.
This man really thought. He punched his way out of diamonds.
Yes.
Like, why did you think this would work?
Yes. Yes.
I mean, I forgot what his ability was.
as what he said, like as you saw for how his ability works, which is really fucked up. By the way,
he basically evolved is the deal.
Yes.
Like, he regenerated so much that he evolved to like adapt to what he had to get out of. So it's actually kind of sick. Yeah, nah, you for sure. Now it took a while.
It took a while.
It took a long
I
didn't think it took that much time, but it took a minute. But the idea that you could do that is like, yeah, no, he'll never stop coming. You're done.
No.
You're done.
It is impossible. It is. I'd say he could probably. I don't know if he could probably not take out, but like go toe to toe with some like X-Men or like Deadpool regeneration.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like
I mean, like, you can't really compete with Darwin, right?
Mm-hmm.
In this field, because like Darwin is just that is his ability. He adapts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Unlike that dumb scene in X-Men. That fucking movie. It didn't make any sense. They just wanted to kill Darwin. They just wanted to kill the black dude.
Yeah.
I was like, my man said, all right, adapt to this. And I was looking at it being like, and he put like a little something in his mouth. And I'm like, you know, he could. He could adapt to this. This is exactly what his power is adapting to things. The fact that he died is ridiculous.
Bullshit. 110% bullshit.
No, it wasn't or just First Class. First Class is a great movie except for that scene. That scene made no sense. Adapt to this. He can. It's his whole deal.
Nah, someone needs to die. Someone needs to die.
That nigga adapts. They just wanted to kill a black character, bro. That's all I wanted.
It's what they always wanted to do. Shit.
I was like, bro. It was dumb. I was like, yeah, no, you can eat that. But all right, let's get into it. Let's talk about what we're supposed to be talking about, which is the news. I mean, technically, we're supposed to be talking about what we were talking about anyway. But like, let's get into the news.
Yes.
We don't have to go through everything here, but let's talk about some things. So, I'll start off with the idea that like, yeah, no, they're making a Last Ronin game. And we knew about it, but we officially have the announcement trailer, and it's being made by the same people that made the Destroy All Humans remake. So we have this could be good.
Sounds good. It looks fun. It looks like it's going to be interesting, even though there's not much being shown. I'm excited.
We know that it's going to play like God of War. We just don't know which one. I'm assuming the new one, right? But that's all we know. That's all we got. And that's not bad, technically speaking. So I'm looking forward to Last Ronin. It's gonna be dope.
That's gonna be interesting. So I'm gonna get this out the way. Attack on Titan's gonna be coming out soon. Attack on Titan final season, the final chapter, special 2.
Special
what
2.
The
I didn't
hell?
know there was a special 1. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Exactly, right? So
I didn't know there was a special 1.
So there's that, and then this fucking I don't know how many chapter part 2, 3, 4, 8 chapters. Just let it end now, please. Like, I understand you're trying to milk the shit out of this.
They're actually not even trying to milk it. I know that they had like Mappa had to do a bunch of stuff before the second half came out. Plus, a huge part of why it's, I think, broken up into 2 is because of Mappa's overworking of their employees, and B, because of the pandemic.
Yeah, I can understand that, for that being the case, and also I can probably understand if is the mangaka getting onto this one too.
I think he is trying to correct some things, but I'm not really sure. Like, he's trying to make certain things a little bit better. I'm kind of like how in Invincible, the creative Invincible is just like, it's not going to be exactly like the comics, but he's doing it to improve aspects of it. So it's like, okay. What's another one? I mean, I guess we'll mention, because we're on an anime theme right now, Fortnite has Jujutsu Kaisen in it.
Yeah.
Having a crossover. You can do Purple Moon at people. And you have Itadori, Megumi, I forgot what the chick's name is, and Gojo. It's so unfortunate.
Their models look a hell of a lot better than other ones that they've done. Shit.
Yeah. Looking at you, Goku.
Yeah.
Looking at you. I don't know what the hell went on Ultra Instinct Goku. That's just weird.
I don't know. It was something else, but it's Fortnite. To me, don't give 2 shits, but Davon will be happy.
I guess we'll mention Lethal Horrors, which Order of the Apocalypse. This game looks cool, by the way. So this game looks just straight up like a comic book.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It looks interesting.
And the deal is, it reminds me a lot more of like a melee based, because now I think about it, what's it called? The game I'm thinking about is,
what is it?
Zagreus. Hades.
Oh, Hades. Yeah.
It looks like a more comic book melee focused Hades, but Hades is melee focused, so it's a little weird. But like it looks like that.
It seems. I wouldn't mind playing it and see how it goes.
I definitely want to try it out at some point. I like it. It looks like a unique superhero, but I don't know if it's adapting anything. Check out the comic book art style game. I don't know.
No idea.
From what I could tell, it feels like this is a game that like exist in something else, right? Like as its own comic or something like that.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't
But,
be
like,
surprised.
I can't find anything right now. Like, it doesn't look like it is based on anything. I think it's its own thing.
Well, again, I wouldn't be surprised. Especially, well, I wouldn't be surprised if they actually made a comic after this or during this when it released, if anything, or a prologue, something of that variety.
Yeah.
But aside from that, what I will talk about is actually Lost Souls.
Oh, I should say
Aside.
Lethal Horror. It's Lethal Honor? Yeah, Lethal Honor.
Lethal Honor.
Yeah.
But Lost
go
Souls
ahead.
aside, that looks cool. It looks really, really cool for what it is.
Lost Soul Aside has always looked really dope.
Mhm.
We're waiting on this to come out. Actually, I didn't check this trailer. Does it have a release date yet?
I think it said 2024, possibly.
Oh, it's still on its way. This game has been being made originally by one person for like a while.
Really?
I'm pretty sure he has a team now because he got picked up by Sony and was like, yeah, no, go ahead. Finish that project,
Please.
bro.
Please, I need it. I don't have any sleep.
And this game is, I'm hoping it plays well because when it was coming out, it was heavily inspired by, I was almost called it 13, but 13's not the original. Well, 13's its original name, but like it was
Mhm.
inspired by Final Fantasy
Remake?
15? 15, because 16 is the newest one. It was 15.
Okay.
And you can see it in some of the combat,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm hoping that it plays more along. Technically speaking, I'm hoping it plays like 16.
Yeah, that would be cool. I wouldn't do that. Throw
would be the
Yoshida in
best
there
move.
very quickly.
Mm. But this game is dope, and I'm glad that it's still on its way. It's
Mhm.
nice to see another trailer for it. I'm just wondering when is it coming out. I was like, damn.
But
You know, it's definitely looking like it's playing like 16 though.
Mhm.
It's got the character action thing going for
Mhm.
it for sure.
well, hey,
Oh, the main protagonist looks different again. I don't know if this is a different one. But like, they look.
I have no idea. I don't think I've seen
I
the
feel
first
like-
one. The first couple trailers that they had.
I don't know. Maybe it's the same. He's got like some weird like kind of Dante thing going on where it's like now he's kind of got white hair, but like before he didn't.
Okay.
It's like weird. Yeah, like in some shots it's like this like black, and then like the later shot I think it's like white.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, yeah, I
I'm
see
like,
what you mean.
Yeah, he's got devil trigger or something. Maybe we'll see. We'll see what's up with that.
Yeah, we'll see. Something like that. Another one is Stray Gods. I think it looks kind of interesting. Though I kind of got confused at first because I thought that was Satana on that trailer.
Yeah.
On that
Nah.
official trailer.
This is one that me and Pele have been following for like a while now, and I'm actually really excited to check this out when I get the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
But it is a role-playing musical. Now, granted, I'm not a huge fan of musicals, but
No, I can understand why.
this is a cool enough concept to be like, I'm down. Because I like music in video games. There's a lot of really good music in a lot of different games. I
Mhm.
like music in general, right? Like, so I like music in a bunch of different things. I'm not one for a musical per se.
Oh no, I understand that. I understand that
Because
completely.
there's a difference.
Mhm.
Freaking Transistor has amazing music. I love singing in that game. That game is not a musical.
No, it's not.
They give you a designated sing button though, and I'll press it in every single stage just to hear.
But
like,
most
I'm definitely
musicals,
looking
well, they're mostly annoying because most things can be solved by not fucking singing for a goddamn minute.
Maybe if you talk to stop singing for like 2
Yeah.
seconds, you can solve this problem.
It's the most awkward thing too because when it's in Disney movies too because it's like
Mhm.
literally it's like okay, I'm just just mind my own business trying to talk to someone, then all of a sudden in the song like what the fuck.
Let me
what
burst
are
out
you
the
doing?
song.
Everyone is dancing, everyone is singing. What the hell? I'm just
Now,
standing here.
granted, the way it is like it's the singing's technically not in universe. Right?
Mhm.
Like it's just happening.
Yeah.
But like at the same time, it's like, you're singing about like your feelings about this situation, right? But if you just like walked over there and said it to them right now, I mean,
No, not even. So sometimes it is in the
it's like it
universe.
solve a lot of problems.
There are sometimes it is in
Depends on- I think
universe.
Sometimes it is in universe. When it's in universe, it's weirder.
Yes.
It's weird.
Because what it's like Elsa and singing all of a sudden, then someone else joins in. It's like, what the fuck? Wait a minute. You hear that?
Oh no! You hear the song?
You hear a song? Lord have mercy.
I think we got to mention this because they're adding Alien to Dead by Daylight.
Oh yes, I saw that. I saw that trailer beforehand, and it looks really cool.
Looks really cool.
It should have put it in there earlier, though. That's the thing.
I would have thought he would have been there earlier. It's fine.
Yeah,
you get Alien, right? That's dope. Well, now they're doing the space theme stuff, so that's why we're getting Alien and Ripley, right? So
no, I understand. I understand,
so
but
we're
still,
both at the same time.
You would still think that hey, such an iconic horror monster should be in there, like The Thing or what else? What else? That's horror.
See, you couldn't do The Thing though.
You could,
you could, but you couldn't.
I could imagine it.
You never see The Thing in the movie.
You don't, but you could have it be, I don't know.
It's always pretending to be someone else, and then at that point, you're playing Among Us.
True.
At that point, you are playing Among Us.
I think they could do it. I think they could possibly do it.
It's not that it couldn't. It's just that it'd be tricky. Like I would say that the deal would be that you would have to, because you couldn't actually do it. It wouldn't work in the system. There's too many ways because the whole point of the thing is that you don't know who the monster is. But there's a ton of like things in the game that allow you to see where the monster is and like figure out little things. And it's like, you can't do that if his whole thing is you're not supposed to know who I am.
Maybe they have like an ability that temporarily disables things, possibly. I'm not totally sure.
Maybe, but that would make it like the most OP thing in the game because all it does is just stop people from using their perks.
True.
You know what I mean? Just so that it can do the mechanic where it can act like somebody else, which technically speaking is fine, but at the same time, it's not the most balanced thing. The thing is, because like the thing doesn't have its own form. It's always going to look like someone else. And so,
aside from that one,
you
moment
never
with
see
the
what
dogs,
it looks
like. I think.
Yeah. So it's like you're never gonna unless you make it the dog for a while, and then it switches into somebody else. But it has to switch into someone else at some point. And the weird part is if you switch into somebody else, and then run into somebody else, then it becomes really weird. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's weird because like you can probably attack them, but like. If any of the certain things are like, oh yeah, whenever like a character attacks, whenever someone is attacked by it, you get to see the silhouette of the person that's being attacked or where they're being hung up, or things like you can see whenever you activate a generator, you can see where the monster is for like 2 seconds, like 3 seconds usually. So you can just register where they're at. But like, if you know they're dressed up like you and your team is communicating, especially if it's like an online situation, because like if you're playing as a solo monster. Versus like an actual communicating team, they're gonna be like, "Yeah, do you see me over there? Yeah, that's not me. That is not me." It's like, I promise you with the wrong dude. And it's like, say less. I'll just leave. He doesn't know. He doesn't know I don't know, so I'm just gonna dip. So yeah, like the thing would fall apart. But like Alien, I can understand you saying it should have been in there for a while. I just think that they were waiting for an appropriate time to put it in. And because up until now they've had a lot of mystical monsters, but not a lot of sci-fi monsters. They're putting it in along with the idea that they made their own sci-fi monster. So it's like, okay, makes sense, right? Yeah. What's another one? Let's grab like 2 more before we get to Keeping Islands.
Another one.
We gotta mention the Battle Shapers thing.
Oh, yes. Battle Shapers.
How do we not? Okay, so basically, for those that don't know, Battle Shapers, you have the preview there for you guys to check out. But Battle Shapers is basically Mega Man, but in first person, and it's a roguelike. So for those that don't know about the first person shooter that was being made by, I think it was Retro or Rare. I think it was Retro, one of the two. Whoever made the Metroid Prime games originally, they were going to make a Mega Man game that got canceled, and it was supposed to be a first-person shooter game that looks a lot like this, honestly, except this is more colorful. And the designs were that of Iron Man, like the one that made Iron Man for the cinematic universe. He made the Mega Man and Zero armors for it. That game got super duper canceled, but this game pretty much picked up the slack. Well, now. by coming back to this idea and making a roguelike out of it while keeping some of its elements, but also doing a bunch of other stuff as well. Its UI looks a lot like Overwatch, genuinely, but it is Mega Man
through and through.
It's pretty much Mega Man and Doom, kind of sort of is what they said in the preview, but it's more so, to me at least, Mega Man meets, it's that original Mega Man project, just, different. Battle Shapers looks really cool. I really want this to come out at some point.
I do too.
At the very least, I want to play it.
Let me play it.
Hey, Battle Shapers developers, let me play it. let me touch it.
Let me see it. Let me just.
I need this in my hand. You understand?
I've been needing some Mega Man for a while.
I need it. This was a game. I wanted to play that first-person shooter Mega Man, and they thought that was a great idea to cancel that shit.
They think that canceling almost anything that labeled Mega Man is a good idea, even though there are so many people that still want to play Mega Man. It doesn't make any sense.
Make no sense.
No, because what? As it was, Legends 3, that's another story for that one. I think there was supposed to be another story for the X series. Well, it was supposed to come out besides some 8. Supposed to be 8 and then something of 9, but that didn't come out.
They've been making the newer Mega Man games, which is just normal Mega Man, but I don't know why they won't add to any of the other stuff. Now, granted, Mega Man X is kind of weird because it was after 5, I'ma say, they weren't really that good.
Yeah. 6 kind of go downhill.
6 was going downhill, but 6 was good, right?
Yeah.
And then 7 wasn't good.
7 was what ruined it.
7 was the worst one, and then 8 was on its way back up.
Yes.
Right? It wasn't as bad as 7. 7 was a low point. But
7
8 was
really
trying to get back up there.
8 was actually really good. 8 was actually a really good game, but because it just didn't sell well, that's when it kind of got axed.
Yeah. It's fine, I understand you not bringing back X, but the ZX series still exists.
It does.
The Battle Network series still exists.
Battle Network had a canonical ending. That's fine.
I mean, yeah, but it went on to Star Force, and people want to play those games.
Star Force could still go on.
Yeah, people want to play those games.
That was fine. What is it? ZX, as you said, there's a setup for that one. There's 100% set up for that one.
Because Z had a proper ending, and I'll say that. I'll be you don't need to make another Mega Man Zero, but
ZX, absolutely.
ZX, on the other hand,
ZX Advent has an open ending that needs to be concluded to.
We need to go back. We need to make more Mega Man games. That's just the thing.
Yes.
Then obviously we already said Legends 3, but Legends 3 is sitting there. Everybody knows.
It's just in the dumpster pile right now. It just needs to be risen out to be polished. That's all you gotta do. That's it.
And then we can obviously try to make another Mega Man game, right? We could do the first person shooter one is a cool one. You can make tactics. The RPG route for Mega Man still exists. You can make another command mission. You can still do that.
So well?
Mega Man Persona.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, people liked it. I know people liked it.
Shit, I could imagine one that was bring all that's actually Diver. I think about that, but still, an RPG that just brings in all the Mega Mens would be great.
A tactics game would be cool though. I would like a Fire Emblem Mega Man game. That'd be cool, right? That'd be clean.
Yeah.
Just do stuff. Lord. Do stuff with it. Damn.
There's a lot of potential. The Blue Bomber has a lot of potential. Shit. Just do it.
Just do it.
Good God.
God damn you, do it. All right, what's one more? You have one more?
One more for me would be Metallic Rogue.
Okay.
That looks cool. That does look cool. Really, really cool.
You try anime waifus in power armor, and I'm I'm down.
Not even the waifu part. It's just how the armors look.
Armors just look really cool, man.
Great.
I'm not even gonna front.
I can understand the whole waifu moment because what was it? There's a moment where the girl fucking bites a chocolate bar, and it's people are gonna like that part. Just seeing her like that.
Chocolate bar look nice.
It's yeah, they're gonna enjoy that part.
Looking clean.
Yeah, the degenerates are gonna be all over this moment right here. But going into the whole armors and how the fight looks and everything, that looks fucking great. Fantastic. There's another anime that's coming out that's actually out now. It's 4 episodes that seems interesting. It's a mystery one. but we'll continue with this one.
What's it called?
It's the Undead Murder farce.
Farce. Okay.
Yeah, you have
That's
that
good.
one on here, and
Okay.
it's cool. It's interesting because one of the characters is just a fucking head. It's a head in a cage, and apparently they're trying to find her body and then another person's humanity that they lost, and they were stolen by somebody, we don't know who.
Oh yeah, there it is. Undead Murder first. I was looking for it on the thing. There it is.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, that's cool. I think that's gonna be dope.
I'm gonna probably
It's gonna be
start watching it soon. So it's gonna be an interesting
I
one.
was like, let me go ahead and hop into that.
Let me add that to
Um,
my Crunchyroll list very quickly, please.
I guess I'll say this real quick. So Remnant 2 is looking for crossplay. They're about to do crossplay support.
That's gonna be
Probably, so that's
fun.
pretty nice.
It's gonna be interesting.
And Bloodborne hack shows that there might be a PlayStation 5 version in the works.
That would be fantastic, but I want it to be Bloodborne 2.
Honestly, yeah.
The Bloodborne 2 has so much possibilities. It would be great just to have it. Please.
I guess I have to say this out of outrage too. So like, yeah, don't buy that new Red Dead game if you have a PlayStation 4 / a Switch. Just don't do the remake. It's not in a remake. It's just a re-release. It's a port. It's lazy. It's overpriced. Just don't. It's bad. They're not upscaling it all that much. It's a port. It's just going to be on Switch and stuff like that. And
that's
they're charging
bullshit.
$50, $50+ for it.
No.
And there's less features in the game.
Hell no.
There's no multiplayer or anything like that. There
What?
are less features. So don't buy that.
That's bullshit.
Just don't do it.
That is
I
heavy
promise you.
bullshit. No.
It's not worth it.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
All right.
Mm-mm.
So let's. I was gonna do this, but we might have to save it for another time because
What?
we are almost at 2 hours. I'll keep an eye on. We have a list to keep an eye on stuff. but,
Oh, we do.
We haven't got.
Shit.
Yeah.
How about we
We
look
have-
at like 2 or 3 of them? That wouldn't be that bad.
Nah, we'll actually we have so many at this point. We're just gonna make a show out of it. We're gonna do it. We'll do it in the middle of the week.
Okay.
We'll actually just remember to do it in the middle of the week.
All right. I don't mind that. That might be like a little mini-sode for us too.
Yeah. So, without further ado, we're gonna call this one a close. What are we gonna call this one, Aaron? I don't know why I called it that. Leo, what are we gonna call this one?
Shoot. I wasn't keeping track of all little moments. Buddha is no. I think we actually had one like that already.
Buddha is the goat. I don't think we have one like that. Actually, what were you gonna
I was
say?
going to
Go
say
for it.
Buddha is the goat,
Buddha
but
is the goat.
actually, you know what? Anime spoilers. Just Anime
Yeah, you know what?
spoilers.
Anime spoilers.
Just-
Big spoilers.
this is just the whole spoiler cast of just almost like an hour or two. I think not two, just hour 30 minutes. I think on average. I'm just
Yeah, just a full-on discussion about
Yeah,
any
just
anime.
talking about animes.
We know any mangas.
mm-hmm.
So just spoilers.
spoilers.
Anime spoilers.
spoilers.
So, without further ado, we're going to bring this one to a close. As everyone knows, do your thing. You can hit us up on Twitter at paperplayaction@gmail.com. All of those, pretty much. Paper_action. Stuff like that. I'm sure I'm messing up this intro, but, you guys know it at this point, and I'll get it right next time, so don't worry about it.
You're the man.
You guys
How
have
could
a-
you do this, man?
It's fine. The laziness is kind of where we're at right now. You guys know what's up. There'll be links. Yeah, you know. But same time, have a good time. Enjoy yourselves. Have a good one. Fun out
Share
there.
the love. Have a good one.
Share the love. Good.